This is not some passing thing you're watching just because everyone's talking about it. No, this is the reckoning you didn't see coming. The force that's tearing through old power structures and flipping the entire script on what it means to create, to invest, to build. You feel it deep down, don't you? That gnawing frustration staring at the same broken systems that keep you trapped, where creators are starved for real capital, where investors are hunted down by noise and hype, where the real innovators, the game changers, get lost in the sea of sameness. You're tired of it. You see the cracks, the lies disguised as rules, the promises sold to you about freedom while those cages silently lock tighter. It's suffocating. Every day you watch ideas die not because they're weak, but because the system isn't built for brilliance, only for the safe, the mediocre, the acceptable. You feel it in every conversation, every pitch, every deal that falls flat because the gatekeepers say no. But what if the gatekeepers don't control the gates anymore? What if the power isn't in their hands at all? That's the pulse of crowdfunding, the real story most people miss. More than a buzzword, more than a convenience, more than a spotlight on the next startup, it's a revolution hiding in plain sight. A power shift so massive it turns the old rules into dust. Imagine a world where your vision no longer hits a brick wall because you lack connections or cash. Imagine where the crowd isn't just spectators ready to clap, but fierce partners in the fire of creation. Imagine money flowing not from the few elite players, but from thousands, tens of thousands, even millions who believe in what you're doing so much that they put skin in the game. This isn't charity. This isn't luck or hype. It's the unstoppable force of human connection, powered by shared purpose and raw belief. The crowd is no longer silent or passive. They are the new power players. They hold the keys. But here's the truth that cuts the deepest. Crowdfunding is not magic unless you understand the game beneath the game. Founders, investors, and leaders, this is where the real mastery starts. Because just throwing a campaign out there isn't enough anymore. That era is dead. The crowd is smart, skeptical, wired by experience, and frankly tired of the same old song. Give us your money, we'll give you something maybe. No, the crowd today demands authenticity, strategy, clarity, and a story that hits their core. This is the edge, the place where the rare thrive. But it requires more than just a good product or flashy pitch. It demands relentless alignment with the right crowd, the brutal honesty to face rejection and pivot, and the courage to build a movement, not just a campaign. You're not here to beg for crumbs or fit in with the herd. You're here because the world's power structure is cracked wide open, and behind those cracks is a network waiting for the exceptional, the misunderstood, the bold. Crowdfunding is the bridge, the artery that pumps the lifeblood of connection between founders who refuse the status quo and investors who seek meaning beyond money. But more than that, it's the battlefield where the new freedom is won or lost. The freedom to create on your own terms, funded by people who see your fire, not just your product. Yet so many founders stumble on the same traps, thinking volume is power, that any crowd will do, that money flows like water if only you shout loud enough. Nope. Those are illusions built by the old world to keep brilliance scattered, disconnected, isolated. The future belongs to those who build tribes, not random crowds. Those who cultivate relationships that go beyond dollars, who weave trust, shared purpose, and fierce loyalty into every pledge. Investors aren't wallets. They're partners. They're collaborators, even co-creators. And leaders, they're no longer CEOs pushing top down. They're servants of the vision, shepherding a living, breathing organism made of many hearts and hands. If you're hearing this and your heart is racing, it's because something inside you knows this truth. You don't want to be a number on a spreadsheet. You don't want to be lost in noise. You don't want to be told to wait or play by rules made in a different era. You want to break those rules, shatter them, and build something new, something fierce, something real, something that lasts beyond quarterly reports and fleeting trends. Here's the brutal but beautiful reality. The power lies in the few who refuse to bow to comfort, the few who are done waiting for permission to live their truth. Crowdfunding is the weapon of those few. But wield it wrong, and it's just noise. Wield it right, and it becomes the defiant cry of the liberated individual. It's where the rare come together, not to blend in, but to amplify each other's fire with ruthless precision. Where your will becomes your weapon, and strategy flows from deep honesty, not hype. Where patience isn't weakness, but the secret muscle that outlasts every flash in the pan. This is not just about raising money. It's about rewiring your mindset for the long game, about building bridges with the few who burn as you do. It's about becoming critically selective. Who do you want beside you? Who's going to stoke your fire? Who's going to challenge you, hold you accountable, and unleash your potential? Crowdfunding is a pulse, a trance, a movement, and it demands transformation. It's not where you fit in, it's where you break out. Every pitch, every message, every connection has to carry the pulse of freedom. The signal that you are not here to settle, not here to conform, not here to earn scraps. You are here to create meaning, fuel change, and build networks so strong that the old powers can no longer ignore or control you. This is about building autonomous networks of unstoppable individuals, linked not by convenience or conformity, but by fire and shared mission. Investors become warriors. Founders become legends. Together, they craft a new reality, not handed by systems, but seized by will. The system has forgotten the exceptional because it's too busy processing the masses. But here you don't gather many. You connect the few. Those rare signal fires burning in the vast darkness. The misunderstood, the bold, the relentless. Crowdfunding is their battlefield, their home, their liberation. It's where the exceptional no longer hide but rise, aligned in a network so fierce, so complementary, so real that they become unstoppable. Where contrast isn't a flaw but strength. Where individuality creates unity. Where the few become the architects of what comes next. So, what's next? It's the refusal to accept the borrowed life, the obedience to broken models, the empty promises of what should be done. It's the total redefinition of reality. It's a ruthless practice of freedom, not just talking about it, but living it in every email, every pitch, every conversation. It's patience mixed with fire. It's being critical, selective, transformational, always shifting, always growing. It's about building power through connection, not consumption. You've been told, crowdfunding is a trend, it will fade. Lies. Crowdfunding is the new canvas for individual sovereignty. It's not about change, it's about unleashing those who refuse to be chained. Investors who won't settle for slow returns but crave deep impact. Founders who burn brighter than the system's cold laws, yet know how to channel that fire into actionable power. It's a wild pulse that can't be tamed by rules because it's rooted in human connection, raw belief, and the universal need to build something that lasts. Feel that? That's not hype. That's the energy of a power shift you can't ignore. A revolution quietly growing from the edges, from bold acts of daring individuals connecting, funding, building outside the old guard's reach. You're either part of that, or you're still trapped in the convenience of the past. The future belongs to the few who dare to become more, who dare to unlearn and rebuild, who see crowdfunding not as a tool, but as a weapon of liberation. Because this isn't business as usual. This is war for your freedom, your power, your life's true work. The crowd is ready, fierce, and waiting. The question is, are you ready to meet them there? To burn with them, to build with them, to rise with them? Unlock your real power with crowdfunding, not as a fad, but as the heartbeat of a new world. The power has shifted. The future is being forged right now. Either you take your place among the rare who shape it, or you watch it pass by, another casualty of comfort. This isn't just funding. This is freedom. The crowd is waiting. The time to ignite is now.